Seward was pretty rad,
We had fun.
but we were totally stoked for some solitude and tranquility on the Kenai Peninsula.
So we headed up to Girdwood because I knew that the forest fair was still going on, and we caught the last day of it. About 15 years ago, I lived there with a bunch of my girlfriends and had a really good time, and I wanted to share it with Scott. Forest Fair is the quintessential event of the summer in Girdwood.
Probably more entertaining to me were the fellows under the bridge that we walked across to get there, who were swinging on a makeshift rope swing and having a blast in the creek, because this is their hottest time of the year.
So we camped for the night in a boat launch area behind the Visitors Center at Portage Lake. It was our windiest night yet.
Maybe it got a little windy last night. Look, we have raptors. Good morning, raptors. It's time to get up. Oh, Tipui, you are one loud tent. But we love you.
We did a little day trip to the small town of Hope and enjoyed a mellow hike to a beautiful lookout point.
On the trail, there was a sign that warned of a moose carcass, maybe, I don't know, a couple kilometers in. So we were a little bit heightened because it was like a bear warning. There's a carcass, and everything was very overgrown in places. So it just added to the excitement.
Wildlife sighting.
Just now?
Yeah.
Bird?
Squirrel. Your daddy's rich and your mama's good looking.
Put me in, coach.
Yeah.
I'm ready to play.
Yeah.
Today.
Yay.
Look at me.
Look at these. Plenty of sunshine heading my way. Check out what we're coming up to.
Okay. No way, the scree field.
Hey! My suspicions have been confirmed. All along I was like, I think I went to Hope with Maureen.
And I think we went mountain biking, so it was like super chill trail, maybe a little route.
Then we got to this part that was just this blown out scree field, and we had to like hike across it, and it kind of wigged us out, and we were just done. And nothing has looked that familiar until now. This is exactly where we were, except 15 years ago, the trail wasn't going across it yet. Anyway, I've been here.
Cool.
I'm kind of like an old hand at this trail. I've probably like eaten some snacks on it. Not this time. But we're gonna go, maybe not to the end because we didn't eat breakfast or bring any food.
Or water.
Or water. Yeah, this is becoming a pattern for us. We're gonna work on it. Let's go see what's
Let's
up
see
there.
what happens. Just a turning an arm.
You got the top rolled down and your sunglasses on, baby.
Wow. Then had a nice meal at the one cafe in town afterwards before moving on to Cooper Landing and Kenai Lake.
So our first night at Kenai Lake, it was the last day of 4th of July weekend. So when we arrived, it was full. The campsites that were available, there was one, and we were tucked up into some bushes with kind of a sliver view of the lake. What we could see was fabulous. So we just tucked in, hoping things would open up the next day. We met Thomas, who was camped a little bit down. He was also staying in a tepui tent, and he invited us to come share his site with him, but we had already just set everything up, so we invited him over to our camp instead. We hung out for the night, which was really fun. And then the next day, every single person left. Scott was still sleeping when I got up and explored and realized there was a perfect spot.
So, without him seeing it, I convinced him to head on over.
Here's what that looked like.
Here we are at Waikiki Beach. It's now Monday after the 4th of July weekend. We have the beach to ourselves. And I took a little scope around and came back saying, "Sweetie, we have to move." So we're doing our first ever move of the house with the tent deployed. My job right now is to keep an eye. Looking good. Things are looking good. Oh yeah. I like it. He's so kind to humor me. You're gonna love it. He still hasn't even seen the other side of Waikiki Beach, so he has no idea.
Going my way?
I'm going your way. Perfect. No problem.
This is hilarious.
Keep on keeping on, baby cakes. I saw
A loon.
on the other side when I was over there dropping chairs off to claim space. Scott's gonna want to stay on the point. I like it at the end, but we can discuss. At the end, it's a little bit narrower. See, I knew we'd have this debate. There's this freshwater stream that comes out. Whoop, you're in the water. Let's see how Scott feels about this move. Well, Scott Bryson, how do you feel about our new home here on Waikiki Beach?
I think you were right.
Yes!
It's a great spot.
Yeah, isn't it?
Soon, Kenai Lake would turn out to be our favorite all-time campsite.
In the world.
In the
world.
It's a bald eagle.
Oh yeah. Are you filming?
I am. I don't think we can see it. That is what that is.
That's what that is, no question.
Aw.
Bam. That turtle go, bro. It's like sometimes you just want to do something creative without worrying about anything else. And it was nice to take pretty much all morning and afternoon and just like stack rocks.
Walk me through the pallets here.
I started with that one. Just wanted to do a bridge thing, and I like how precarious it is. Found some little pieces of glass. I included them in there, green and brown.
And I made some little ones and played around with just stacking little bits and teeny tiny rocks. Found a chunk of old cinder block up in the woods, so I used it for the base of this one. This one has this, I don't know, scarecrow look. Oh, if you look at the little pebbles in between the flat rocks. There's lots of spots like that to create tripods so that it doesn't wobble. Same thing over here, a little rock here that created a shim so that this big one sits on 3 points. And it makes it more stable. I think what's fun about this is that when you're stacking these things, it's hard to just come up with a shape in advance because you don't really have much choice. You have to kind of let the rocks settle where they're comfortable balancing and then accept that and then move on. And so you get surprised as you go. It's fun. Check out the ledges on this one. The whole thing's leaning slightly right, but these were just enough to keep the whole thing in balance. The water's been coming up a little, so I've been adding some big rocks to try to prevent erosion on that island.
It's beautiful.
It's my little Smurf village. Okay, the big one on the left. Ready?
Nothing.
Join us next time as we drive Joan Wilder to the westernmost drivable point in all of North or South America. And we will...
Get up close and personal with some goofy looking bald eagles.
And we're going to camp at a place called Whiskey Gulch.
Whiskey not included.